it's new kind of this year because we had a year off, and people are still in different.
I'm not sure that what we did yet last year would be called off. But yes.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know, but I just want to make sure they know
I'm
that
trying
like
to
we
talk about
weren't in Tahiti or
sort of
something.
like the interest this year and sort of the. Again, we're in new confines. Normally, this would be done in the Avalon on the stage, and we wouldn't be hooking all these wires in, and we would still be testing it. But there's still an excitement about this year's festival.
Absolutely. I think that I guess so I would say several things. Yes, I think there's definitely excitement about this year's festival. Number two, I think that one of the things that has always differentiated Plein Air Easton from other art competitions, or even differentiated the Avalon Foundation, is that we're constantly changing, evolving, innovating. So maybe some of the changes feel like particularly intense because we had such a change year last year. But this is kind of what we do.
You're right.
We liven events up every time. We mix it up. We listen to feedback from the artists, from collectors, from community stakeholders. And every year we try to come to the table with something new. So, we did have a festival last year. It was different than we've ever done it before and harder in so many ways, but we learned a lot from doing it. And one of the things that we really learned was that Talbot County is a really beautiful and diverse place.
Yeah.
There are lots of small towns and enclaves, and the way that the festival has worked in the past is we've taken sort of one day and been like, oh, today we're going to celebrate Oxford, or today we're going to celebrate Tillman, or we're going to have a dinner in St. Michael's. And, last year when we were really trying to spread out our crowds, we extended the time periods that we were encouraging people to visit these places, and everybody loved it. It was born out of the pandemic, and it's something that we're carrying forward into this year, and it's something that we're really excited. I'm very sweaty from already taking paintings in that are going to travel around Talbot County so a lot of people can take a look at them, and that's like a big new change this year.
Yeah, and Jess is talking about the satellite exhibits that will be in Tillman Island, St. Michael's, Oxford, and then right here in the Armory all week long, running through Wednesday, Sunday through Wednesday.
Right.
But Jess, also, people's schedules, even our schedules, everybody's kind of like on a different sort of schedule that's would not be considered normal pre-pandemic,
I think we're all just kind of waking up in our own way. We're
Right.
trying to find a new groove. We're getting back into our groove. And yeah, I think that there is kind of a different schedule. And this year you can kind of choose your own vibe at Plein Air Easton.
Well, one of the things that I noticed, and that I'm directly responsible for, however everybody's responsible for it, but it's my sort of job, is we actually have tickets left for the collectors party.
Oh my gosh, we've got tickets left for the collectors party, and that's
we have a lot of people coming.
Oh yeah, no. Again, I think that people again are just waking up to the fact that Plein Air Easton is back. I think that the collectors party is always a really exciting night. I think that the thing that we should be saying is it's a great year to buy art. It's going to be beautiful. Right. And the thing that you should know is if you want to come to that collector's party, the ticket price applies in full to painting purchases all week. So if you know you're going to want to buy a painting, or if you really think you do, the stuff on your walls have been driving you nuts, come to a free party, share some drinks with your friends, book an evening out to have a great dinner in downtown Easton. The restaurants here are awesome, and I think it'll work really great. So yeah, there are collectors party. You can go online to pleinaireaston.com to take a look, and I know our complete program of events is located there as well now.
Yeah.
And it's awesome, so you can really get a sense of all the stuff that's going on.
And then if you're not fully into going to the party, but you want to enjoy the art, you also came up with this idea of the Great All-American Arts Road Trip, which I think is a great name, and also the Ultimate Plein Air Weekend, which is the last weekend of the festival.
Totally. I guess, Tim, tell me, yes, we did I guess, let's time out. Because this is kind of our tech run, so we're just kind of, Tim and I are just kind of like talking to one another.
I'm just remembering how to ask questions.
Yeah, this is like a warm-up. So I don't even know if anybody's watching. If you are, I'm sorry that this is happening to you. Hopefully you're learning something.
Never apologize.
I guess I would say to my tech crew, do you have any feedback from us before we continue to prattle on? This would be a moment where you could chime in, tell us how wonderful we are. I'm very shady. Well, that's okay because I'm taking my shower later on today because I'm going to be.
Let's do this. Here we go.
I can be like David. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Now
you
I'm
can
really
see your
looking. Now I'm
face.
really looking cute for TV
The
today.
iris was getting messed up there.
I definitely. Yeah, I'm trying to hide behind it.
All right, Peanut Gallery.
Well, because I'm gonna be on live at 5 on Tillman Island. The Tillman Country Stores a cocktail show tonight in Tillman.
Yeah, people
So,
love that.
so just know, everybody, I am gonna shower and clean up for that show, that show, which is why I look so horrible right now. From a tech standpoint, my tech friends, what do you have to say to us?
Keep your microphone out. Keep your microphone.
Tweaking some lights and some set things.
The Plein Air Ultimate All-American.
Oh, good. The Peanut Gallery says we're very interesting and exciting.
Is that a new volunteer this year? Is that a new volunteer?
No.
She's
That's
been here forever.
Kathy.
Kathy? Oh, Kathy. Well, sure, Kathy.
So,
Anyway,
okay,
the All-American
All-American road trip.
Real quick. Go ahead.
Well, here's the first question. If you're going to go on the All-American Art Road Trip, which I actually took for myself the other day, what would be the first song on your playlist?
I tell you, I would go with "Roll Me Away" by Bob Seger.
Nice. I like it.
What would be yours?
I knew you were going to ask me back. I don't know that I have a really
Bye,
good...
bye, bye by NSYNC.
Oh, yeah, probably an NSYNC song. What?
No, I don't know.
Gosh, I don't know. Let me think about it.
Anyway, why'd you ask the question?
Because because in my dreams I actually get to do this this road trip with my friends. So here's how it goes. We're gonna have art all over Talbot County. So what we're telling people is start your day in Easton, check in this space, which is the Waterfowl Armory. It's located right in downtown. Maybe grab a cup of coffee at Rise Up, get oriented for your day, and then really start to explore Talbot County. I would say come in a car that you're comfortable in, that has good AC and a great soundtrack.
Right.
And take off down the road and visit our friends down in Oxford at St. Paul's Church, which is right down.
Been renovated, beautiful.
In downtown Oxford. It's gorgeous. It's kind of right by the what's the name of that? Is it the country store down there?
Yeah, the general
Market.
store.
No, it's the Oxford Market.
Oxford Market.
Oxford Market. There'll be paintings there by competition artists. Then hop on the Oxford ferry. That's what I
Awesome.
did the other day.
Awesome.
It's so beautiful. It's so fun to be able to hop on a ferry. And that drive from Bellevue into St. Michael's is spectacular.
Right.
And you know,
Yeah.
I live in Talbot County. I've lived here now for 17 years, and I don't go back there. You know,
Yeah.
do you like,
No,
we're pretty trapped in Easton. It feels
you're in
like
Easton.
you're in
St.
Easton.
Michael's is in St. Michael's.
It's
Oxford's
so
in Oxford,
stinking
yeah.
gorgeous. The rolling fields, the water views, the houses that are back in there. When you hit St. Michael's Road, you're going to drive up the road to the Chesapeake Bay Maritime Museum. Again, the Maritime Museum campus is gorgeous. There's so many interesting boats. There's so much work happening there. It's got this lively, positive vibe. Great restaurants in St. Michael's, but we're gonna have another air-conditioned exhibition of paintings.
Everything's air-conditioned.
And again, you should be expecting to see between 20 and 40 paintings at each of these locations, fresh from our competing artists in all of these places. So now you've already seen maybe 60 paintings.
Right. Sure.
Right? Maybe more.
Yeah.
And then after you've spent some time exploring the Maritime Museum, you want to go down to Tillman Island. It's got such a cool, hip vibe. There's the Great Waterman's Museum down there. And then every evening, Sunday through Wednesday, we're going to have sort of an end-of-the-day exhibition at Wilder Hotel, which has that great restaurant with Jordan as the
Lloyd.
chef.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know, what should people get there? Crab, probably. Something crab.
Crab cake. He's always making up something
His
new.
desserts are like off the hook too if you've got a sweet tooth. But the sunsets on Tillman can't be beat, and there'll be an exhibition of paintings on Tillman Island as well. That kind of caps out your day. You've got breakfast, lunch, and dinner, plenty of places for treats along the way, coffee, ice cream, all that sort of thing.
And the whole thing when you were coming up with the idea was to like, you know, how often do you really go and visit these towns, even though you live here? You've had, and also, so that would be a great thing to do because you haven't been able to get out for a year. And the other thing is, you know, maybe you go with your family, or you could reconnect with an old friend, like for a great drive.
That's my vision. I know the girlfriends that I would love to have on this trip. Like
Right.
I can name them, and there's different facets of them. But you know, I would love to have that time one-on-one to just talk and catch up in the car. I think that you can invite friends to come to our party and social events, or to come enjoy like coffee and conversations here and listen to interesting dialogue. But it's really nice to be able to sit and just catch up face to face, not through a screen with somebody.
Right, yeah,
I think
sure.
that people are like excited to do that.
Yeah.
And so if you take this All-American Art Road Trip, bring your credit card because you might fall in love with a piece of artwork and you can refresh your house, the stuff you've been staring at all the while.
Yeah. Exactly. That's the other part of it.
I
It's like
appreciate
you've
the
been-
feedback from Kathy, but I gotta flip my hat around. I feel like that's just
Jess,
too
there
much.
you-
It's too much. I feel like
well, tilt it back some anyway. They got to see your eyes.
they don't have to see my eyes. I would like I could put my sunglasses on.
No.
But I think
So, well, you got something else to finish on that?
I'm sure I do. I don't know what it was.
Well, the other thing is I actually messaged the Talbot County Chamber of Commerce yesterday because I think that some of the guests that we have, all the guests that we have for this Coffee and Conversations, last year it was around art, and basically they brought in artwork and we talked about those specific pieces
Yeah.
and their careers.
Sure.
We've gone a different way with it this year, and there's artists, but there's also successful business people, retired successful business people, and I think that if we can get down into the nitty gritty.
So do you want to tell me about the topics that you have going on this week? On Monday, the first day, you're really going to talk about inspiration.
Inspiration and the voice inside your head was the subtitle of it. And I'm really going to try and take the conversation from sort of coming in from the backside and try to let people know who these people are, what their vision was for success in their business when they first started, and where they are now, and how inspiration played a part in that. And that's Cece, and the Monday we're not exactly sure yet. Anthony Cannon
Austin's
from
a
the
great
jazz saxophone player.
player.
And Rob Shealy, who is the guy who actually designed one of the Avalon shows.
Oh, awesome.
Who designed posters for everybody from Elvis Costello to the
I think
Avett Brothers.
I think that inspiration is something that everybody can relate to too, because you have to feel inspired even to get up in the morning sometimes.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not just, I don't think it's just about art or it's just about artistic adventure, but like it is about what is your drive, kind of, right?
Sure,
I mean,
sure.
what's the definition of inspiration?
We're going to look that up on Monday.
I want to know. I'm going to tune in so I can find out what the definition of inspiration is. And then we move to Tuesday, which from my business background, I get excited about because it's really about like marketing and branding and kind of how to sell yourself and your products, right?
Yeah, and I think the guests there are great too. I mean, it's Tim Curitan from Rise Up.
He's done an unbelievable job.
Bill Nielsen, who worked with Johnson & Johnson.
For a very long time, head of PR. And he's on some crazy list that's like the 100 most ethical people on earth.
Yeah, I'm really excited to talk to him and Tim, and then Crystal Mall.
And Crystal Mall runs a great gallery in downtown Baltimore, and I think people are going to be really interested hearing from her in terms of from the aspiring artist standpoint, like how the heck do you find yourself into a gallery? What can you do?
Right.
How can you market yourself so that you can further your career as an artist? And she's somebody who can help make those connections.
Yeah.
So I wonder how people do that. I don't know.
And then Wednesday we have the historical art as a historical record, which really has come to the forefront in the last 4 or 5 years with the farm.
Yeah, no, that's something that I'm really excited about. For the last several years, with a grant from Bruce Wiltsey and Bill Davenport, we have been able to purchase paintings that were produced here in Talbot County as part of the festival that tell the story about our agricultural landscape. And the collection is really beautiful and is, we're gonna get to make purchases one more time this year, but it really tells the story about how the food gets to your table and how that happens here in Talbot County. And it's been such a great exploration of connecting artists with farmers, and the collection itself is going to be debuted during Plein Air Easton on the second floor of the Academy Art Museum, and we're just really excited to be able to showcase those paintings. And I think that they're going to become a really enduring and important, not just historical record, but a body of work that serves for advocacy.
Sure.
I think that, and this year we've got a brand new award that is anonymously sponsored, but is connecting and highlighting the life of a waterman. And so when I think about like the sort of some of the important stories of Talbot County, like you sort of have the yin and the yang, supporting mechanisms that have existed since it's been since man has been here,
Yeah,
right? Like
since they started
farming
to-
and fishing is like what the Chesapeake Bay has been about.
Well, I think, the watermen always, we love the feast of that comes from the water. And we all live in these small towns that are, sort of business oriented nature. But you forget, I forgot anyway, what percentage of business is agriculture in Talbot County.
It's huge.
And so with that, we have Pete Lesher from the county council, Cassandra Van Heuser, who is and Mary Kellogg. who are gonna
Well,
be on
and let's
that.
be clear, I think that Pete Lesher is not really wearing his county council hat,
Yeah,
but
no,
he is from the Chesapeake Bay Maritime Museum, and
Sure.
certainly they have both purchased paintings from Plein Air Easton and have an extensive art collection that they use as part of their storytelling on their campus. So, Pete Lesher is just such an art scholar and a maritime scholar, I guess is what I would say. I think that he probably will have a lot to say about both the things that Cassandra and Mary have to say. I'm really looking forward to that conversation.
Yeah, no politics, Pete. There will be no politics.
Don't worry.
And then I think that, we've got the demos throughout the county that are going on.
I just laughed right into my microphone specifically for Nick because he tells me not to do that.
Is he in your inner ear?
No, I just
Is he there
heard
telling you?
myself cackle and it echoed throughout the building. And since this is a tech test, I thought, oh, this is what's happening. I need to turn my head to laugh.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
See,
my
what is
goodness.
going on with it?
See, this is
I need
why
a
we're
better
having a
microphone.
little dry run, everybody. Thanks for joining in to our little dry run. Is anybody watching the feed? Is there anybody actually
If
online
anybody is
this?
watching this and you're watching this long and you have any
Oh,
questions.
good. Hey, Dad. It's good to see you. I love you. I wish you guys were in Easton. Big love. Hey, ask him, did you feel the earthquake yesterday? I got an alert on my phone. Dad, did you have an earthquake?
I'll monitor the comments.
Okay, good.
If anybody
Maybe
is
it's
watching
already
this
hung up.
long, it's not Jessica's father, and it could be David Bellis as well. Dave, if you want to. If you have any questions that you think that you might want to ask any of these panelists for these conversations, send them in. If you've been watching this long, you deserve to get a question answered. And also, Nick, when I do that, can you hear that? Is that obnoxious in my mic?
That shouldn't be too bad.
Okay.
I have to get back to you. I have to replay it because of some audio.
I've been hitting that a couple times. I was just curious.
Okay, well, I guess I'm asking my tech crew, have we prattled on enough, or do you need some more from us?
On the tech side, as long as you have conveyed all the info you want to, we can wrap it.
Plein Air Easton, July 11th through the 18th. The satellite galleries start up tomorrow through Wednesday in Tillman Island, St. Michael's, Oxford, and Easton.
When he says tomorrow, he actually means Sunday.
Sunday, yes, Sunday. What do you think I said? Tomorrow?
Yeah, apparently I misheard your tomorrow word.
Sunday.
Oh, Kathy has a question.
Kathy has a question. We have a question from the audience.
So we're not going to have a coffee cart here like we did at the Avalon, but we will have Rise Up Coffee here every day starting on Sunday. So at least you can come in here for your caffeine fix on your way into town. But mostly we just, we're so grateful for all of our friends of Plein Air and our supporters. I'm certainly grateful for the Avalon staff and all of our volunteers. And we're just looking forward to seeing everybody come out. We hope that you are looking forward to putting some new artwork on your walls and that you'll tune in right here for Coffee and Conversations at 11 a.m. Monday through Wednesday. Tim, I can't wait to watch them.
I can't wait either. I can't wait for everybody to enjoy the spirit of the festival. You guys have done a great job.
Let's do it.